Cowboys minicamp is officially underway, and if day one is any indication, we've got a lot to be excited about. Let's start with the headline grabbing everyone's attention right now. Dak Prescott and George Pickens. That's right. The new guy is already making waves, and the chemistry he's developing with Dak is starting to turn heads. This isn't just one or two flashes. It's a rhythm. It's a connection that's showing up consistently in team drills. Out of just 19 passes from Dak, 5 were completed to Pickens. That's a huge share for one receiver, especially this early in the process. I'm already dubbing it the Dickens combo. And honestly, it's not just a catchy nickname. It's looking like a real threat on the field. Dak's overall performance through OTAs and into minicamp has been impressive. He's stacking good practices. Whether it's 3 out of 4 or 4 out of 5, the point is he looks sharp. He's throwing with confidence, he's making good decisions, and most importantly, he's building real timing with his wideouts. Pickens is clearly benefiting from that, and so is CeeDee Lamb. That little trio, Dak, Lamb, and Pickens, already has a nice flow to it. It's early, sure, and you don't win games in June, but this is exactly the kind of start you want to see from your quarterback and his top targets. Pickens specifically has been one of the big winners from day one. The coaching staff and reporters on site, those who can actually see the practices, are raving about what he's doing. Unfortunately, there's no public video of the sessions, which always makes it a bit frustrating for fans. But the details we're getting are consistent. Pickens is standing out. He's made catches over defenders like Israel Mukuamu, he's winning outside the numbers, and he's doing the kinds of things that make you say, okay, this guy's going to be a problem for opposing defenses. It's not just hype, because it's minicamp. It's the way he's showing up every rep, every drill. This is the kind of performance that builds real optimism heading into training camp. But Pickens isn't the only receiver making waves. We've got to talk about Jonathan Mingo, who reportedly saw the second most targets in Tuesday's session. That's a big deal. Last season, Mingo was basically a non-factor after the trade from Carolina. He didn't have the quarterback support, and he never really clicked in the offense. But now things are different. He's healthy, he's getting reps, and he's taking advantage of them. He's showing up, and that's exactly what the Cowboys want to see. Mingo pushing for that third receiver spot is good news. It means competition is real, and depth at wide receiver might actually be a strength for this team. Now let's talk about the second team offense, because there were some eye-opening performances there too. Joe Milton had what might have been his best session yet. No incompletions, that's right, not a single one. He was in command, making smart decisions and showing off his athleticism. We've always known Milton has the physical tools, but consistency has been the question. On Tuesday, he looked the part, and a big part of that was his connection with Jalen Cropper. Cropper has been getting consistent buzz throughout OTAs and minicamp, and he's quickly becoming one of Milton's favorite targets. He's smooth, he's reliable, and he's earning media praise for a reason. That said, the path to the 53-man roster is a tight one for Cropper. Let's be honest here. Lamb, Pickens, Tolbert, and Turpin are locks. Mingo is looking like he's going to make it too. That leaves maybe one more spot, and there are a lot of names fighting for it. You've got Cropper, but also guys like Tyron Billy Johnson, Dontario Drummond, and others. It's going to come down to special teams value, preseason performances, and consistency in camp. But even if he doesn't crack the active roster, Cropper has a strong shot at the practice squad if he keeps playing like this. On the other side of the ball, though, things aren't looking quite as strong. The secondary had a rough first day, and it's not entirely their fault. They're banged up. Like, really banged up. No Trevon Diggs, no Donovan Wilson, no Jordan Lewis, no Marquise Bell. Andrew Booth still working off to the side. Kalen. Barnes isn't fully ramped up. That leaves guys like Khair Elam and Mukuamu running with the first team. And while they're holding their own, it's clear the defense is shorthanded. In minicamp, the defense can't be physical. They can't jam receivers at the line. That naturally puts them at a disadvantage. So when we see receivers and quarterbacks shining, part of that is the result of a hamstrung secondary. That said, you still want to see guys stepping up. And Elam did manage a solid pass breakup on Tuesday. It came on a free play, so technically, the offense had nothing to lose. But Elam read it well and got a hand in. Plays like that matter, even in minicamp. They show awareness and reaction time. And you need those flashes when so many starters are out. Back to the offense for a second, because there's another guy quietly making moves. Tight end Brevin Spanford. He didn't have any standout catches, but he got reps with the ones and he's moving really well. For a guy his size, that matters. The tight end room has some clarity. Jake Ferguson is locked in, and Luke Schoonmaker is almost certainly going to be there. But Spanford might be making a case for that third spot. And the fact that he's getting those reps might say something about Schoonmaker's status. I'm not saying he's losing his job, but Spanford isn't just there for camp reps. He's making a case. So all in all, day one of minicamp brought a lot of promise, especially on offense. The Pickens combo is real. Dak is locked in. Pickens is looking like a potential breakout. Mingo is bouncing back. Milton is showing off the version of himself that people hoped he'd become. Cropper is pushing hard. Even if the defense is hurting, there are individual standouts showing signs of life. There's still a day and a half left of minicamp before the long wait until training camp, but the early signs? They're pointing in the right direction. If this momentum carries through the summer, the Cowboys could be entering the season with one of the deepest, most explosive offensive groups we've seen from them in a long time. While the offense might be grabbing all the headlines, there's still a lot unfolding across the rest of the roster. One storyline that's quietly building is the linebacker situation. Jack Sambourne is starting to look like more than just a depth piece. He's playing fast, smart, and aggressive. He got a ton of reps at middle linebacker on Tuesday and made the most of them, including a couple of pass breakups that had people buzzing. You get the sense that he's not here to wait around. He came to Dallas with a purpose, linking back, up with a coaching staff that knows his game, and he's attacking every snap like it's game day. With DeMarvion Overshown still recovering, it's opening the door for Sambourne and Kenneth Murray to take control of the linebacker room. And honestly, it's starting to look like those two could be your starting duo come week one. Now, positions in this defense are going to shift. Middle, weak side, strong side, it's all a bit fluid with the way they move guys around, but Sambourne's instincts and effort have already begun to carve out a place for him. And if he keeps this up through training camp, he might just be one of those under-the-radar guys who ends up being a major contributor this season. Switching back over to special teams, there's been some experimenting going on with the return units. Everyone knows Cavante Turpin is the top guy. That's not in question. He's the most explosive returner on the roster and has the job locked down as long as he's healthy. But the Cowboys are being proactive, testing out backup options, just in case. You never want to be caught off guard in Week 12 with no one ready to step in if your starter goes down. Jaden Blue got some looks on kick returns, and Jalen Tolbert was back there fielding punts. That doesn't mean Turpin's being replaced. It's just about building contingency plans. Smart teams do this early, and the Cowboys are clearly thinking ahead. That said, Tolbert getting involved in special teams might also be a clue about how the coaches view his roster spot. He's still in a battle. Mingo is rising, Cropper is hanging around. The team's going to have some tough decisions to make at wide receiver, and every snap matters. On offense, on special teams, wherever. For guys not named Lamb or Pickens, versatility might be the ticket to a final roster spot. Now, unfortunately, not everything coming out of minicamp has been positive. On Tuesday, offensive lineman Robert Jones left practice with what appeared to be a lower body injury. There were no details immediately available, no update from the team, but he was grimacing as he walked off. And that's never something you want to see. Jones is one of the players battling for a backup guard role, and while the injury might not be serious, any time missed could have a real impact on his standing when the roster gets tighter. The Cowboys don't have a ton of depth on the interior line, so every rep counts, and any injury, even minor, can open the door for someone else to move up. But before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Dallas Cowboys. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as well. The NFL offseason is a hotbed of speculation, and a new whisper circulating around league circles has Dallas Cowboys fans both intrigued and anxious. The rumor mill is buzzing with the possibility of veteran offensive tackle Jack Conklin heading to Dallas, a move that would undoubtedly send ripples through the NFC. Sources close to the situation, speaking on condition of anonymity, suggest that the Cowboys are making a concerted effort to bolster their offensive line. particularly at the tackle position. The primary motivation, it seems, is to provide an ironclad shield for franchise quarterback Dak Prescott. Prescott's recent injury history, coupled with the need for a more consistent and dominant running game, has reportedly pushed the Cowboys front office to explore all available options. Conklin, a proven commodity in the league, has a reputation for his powerful run blocking and solid pass protection. His experience and leadership would be invaluable to a Cowboys offensive line that has at times shown flashes of brilliance, but also periods of vulnerability. The thought of Conklin anchoring one of the tackle spots, potentially alongside a healthy Terrence Steele or even a newly drafted prospect, is a tantalizing prospect for Dallas faithful. Of course, this is all still firmly in the realm of rumor. The financial implications of such a move, Conklin's current contract status, and the Cowboys' overall salary cap situation would all need to be carefully navigated. Other teams are undoubtedly interested in a player of Conklin's caliber, and a bidding war could drive up his price. Nevertheless, the mere mention of Conklin's name in connection with the Cowboys is enough to ignite hope. Protecting Dak Prescott is paramount to the team's Super Bowl aspirations, and bringing in a player of Conklin's pedigree would be a clear statement of intent. The coming weeks will be crucial as these whispers either materialize into concrete action or fade into the background of another busy NFL offseason. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Dallas Cowboys, please subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. We always look forward to your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.